Alright, welcome back to another video of the HTML and CSS web development course. So, in the last video we talked about buttons. We gave some buttons some width, some height, some borders, some colors, some font sizes and so on. In this video we're gonna talk about CSS grid. And the reason why we're gonna talk about it, in the next few videos we're gonna create our template for our portfolio website in section 5. So, in this video I'm going to explain to you what a grid is. So I'm going to open here my handy dandy Sketchy. Sketch is a design tool I use for apps, and I'm going to implement the artboard. You don't have to follow this. This is just to explain to you what a grid is. So as you look at my website, Devscorch, as you can see, everything is like really nice and centered. That is because everything is working in a grid here. So I'm gonna take a line or a pencil. So what a grid is, so I'm gonna write grid. Looks really terrible, I know. This is not gonna work. So we're gonna add shapes. Yeah, we're gonna add shapes. So let's say we're gonna, when you have a grid, it's a little bit the same as when you work with Excel, right? So you have a row. This is the row. And inside that row, you have columns. So I'm gonna open a new one. We're gonna give the column a different color. So let's say red. So I'm gonna copy this one a few times so that you know a little bit what I mean. So as you can see, when you work with a grid system, you work with rows and you work with columns. It's a little bit like Excel, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need a few more. Wait a second. Gonna make the artboard a little bit bigger. Gonna make the row a little bit bigger. Gonna Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. So this is a grid. When you work with a grid system, it's always one row and 12 columns. And what you can do, so let's say you create a new row. Under the existing row, and you always have like 12 columns, right? But that doesn't mean you need to use 12 columns. So let's say we only want to use 4 columns, and this means that when you work with a 12 grid, it looks like this a little bit. So this is like, in this case you use like a column 4, because you shared the 12 is shared between 4. So in this case you use a column 4. And let's say we're gonna copy this one as well. And let's say like we take the Devscorch website for example. You see 2 columns, right? You see one row, that's this one. You see 2 columns. So that means that we at Devscorch use a column of 6. So make it a little bit bigger. They are not exactly the same size, but it doesn't matter. For the example, this is good enough, I think. 596, 566, what? 596. So, okay. So what you see here. So the first row is 12 times 1. So you use 12 columns of 1. The second row, you use 4 columns of 3, because 12 divided by 4 is 3. And in this case we have 2 columns, so we use a column of 6. And in the next few videos we're gonna build this system in CSS. And this makes responsiveness and website building a lot easier. So when we go to the Devscorch website, as you can see, everything stays in its column, it resizes, and the moment the website gets smaller, and smaller and smaller, and now everything is really nice and organized. And that is what CSS Grid is, and that is what we're going to build in the next few videos. So, one more time. A row can be as long as or high and everything as you want. And a row always has 12 columns. So there's 12 times 1, or maybe 4 times 3, 2 times 6. As long as it's 12, which you also can do. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So as I said, we're going to copy it, going to paste it. What you also can do, I'm going to delete these 3. That one can go, and that one can go. I'm going to copy 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say Control C, Control V. So let's say we want to use 4 1 columns. That means that on the other sides so when we have 4 columns here, so 12 minus 4 is 8. So we need here a column of 4. And on the other side, we also need a column of 4. And this is so that we can fill up the tilde number 12. And that's a little bit how it goes. It's really easy actually. It's also really logical. So we're gonna make one more just to explain it one more time. Let's say we have these 3 can go here. Let's say we have in the middle, we have the number 3. Okay, this is a column of 3. I'm gonna delete this one. So what we need in this case, 12 minus 3 is 9. So what we can do, we can add another column of 3. Now we have 9, right? And you can add empty columns. So in this case, when we have like, oh wait, let's say 4. 4, 8, 12. A little bit the same what we have on top here. As long as it's 12. But so let's say this one is 4, this one is 4, and this one is 2, then we are 10. So it's not enough. So then we have to make this one a little bit bigger. And that is then called number 5. So 5, 10, 12. So this is how the grid system works. This is what we're going to build in the next few videos. I hope you understand it a little bit. And if not, don't worry. We're going to talk about the grid system in the next few videos and you're going to understand it. And after that, we're going to start with our portfolio project, and that is also going to be the end of this course. So, as I said, I hope you learned something and I hope to see you in the next video.